everybody, it's Bubbles here, and I'm located at Arundel Mills Mall, and this is my beautiful kiosk. So I'm gonna show you guys something really special. So this cashmere body oil is one of my best-selling oils of all of my products. It's made up of jojoba oil, coconut oil, vitamin E, so the most natural ingredients. Look at that. It absorbs into the skin so good, and it smells amazing. Follow me on Instagram at Bubbles Galore. Me?
Yeah, I left and came back.
Cause everybody else sound like they from Baltimore butt shit, but you know. The boy one niggas only be the Miami and Virginia.
Oh, you already know where I go. You ain't really go nowhere.
We don't know nothing about outside.
Ocean City, like, nigga, you still in Maryland, right? I've been in Japan. I done been in Iraq, Afghanistan.
Oh, wow, you wanna pop this shit? That's cool, brother. All right, it's cool.
Yeah. He got edibles and a damn.
Yeah. They made sure my tonight gonna be amazing.
Welcome back to another episode of the Vibes Podcast, man. As you can see, the shirts is different. The people are different, man. Listen, I got some marvelous brothers here for all the smokers and wannabe smokers. I'm not even going to say their name. You should know where they at. They got the police, they got the security, and they got the plants. So I'm going to go ahead and swing it to my guy before we swing it to the rest. Who are you, brother?
My name is Julius Franks. I'm the Chief Operations Officer for Loudypuff and Baltimore Hydroponics.
All right, brother. You changed your accent, but that's cool. Yeah. I'm Julius. But that's cool. Go ahead, brother.
My name Puff. I'm the CEO.
And that's on you, brother?
Yeah, my name is Dante, and I'm the Vice President of Entertainment for Loudypuff.
Man, so with this new wave that happened in Maryland with weed becoming legal, tell people how this go. Like, how did this, like you called it, what y'all say y'all was, the Powerpuff Girls of weed
Came
now?
together like the Powerpuff Girls. Lightning in a bottle. Chemical X.
So how this happened? Like, you brought it to him? Like, who met who?
Well, I mean, pretty much Puff came to me. He wanted to start a business because I help people create businesses and their followings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to help him out. But then normally I don't listen to people. But he said the name.
Right.
And I was like, man, you can do a lot more than what you want to do with that. Just give me a day and I'm going to get back with you.
Right.
So less than a day, I called him up and I was like, Puff, it's going to be crazy. This is way bigger than you can even imagine.
Right.
We can teach people how to grow. We can sell plants. We could do all kinds of stuff. This is before the law even came out. I just knew what the law was going to be, just the way it was structured.
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
I just knew it. And so he was like, all right. And then we kind of, I said that was about the 5th of November. Then on the 6th is when we actually decided to say we're going to do it. So come the 18th of November, we filed for the company.
Okay.
Come the 29th of November, we got approved for the company.
Okay.
And from there, we just been running ever since. And then...
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we hit Dante in December. We figured out we needed one more person, somebody to bring out something else to it. So we met him in the back of his house in his alley.
What the fuck kind of deal was this? What you mean? You know, phone calls in 2023 is a thing, bro.
Nah. This is all face to face. I got to feel you.
That man said, "Come to the alley." I wouldn't have went. I swear to you, I wouldn't have fucking went. Oh man, so y'all all came together, man. The big thing people want to know. Since this was your brainchild and you assembled all the Avengers around you, yeah, I'm talking to you now.
Wow, okay.
How much did this cost? Because I know the entry to get all this is crazy.
The one thing when you chasing success in a dream, you gotta sacrifice whatever it is that you got to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hard work, you know what I mean, comes with sacrifice.
Okay.
And that's just what it is. Like I missed bills and some more stuff, putting on the line for it. We see what this vision is, and we wanted to build a community of our own and help everybody become more self-sufficient. We ain't got to depend on nobody. It's Baltimore time, so that's how we coming at.
So let me ask you this: where did you come up with the name Loudypuff?
Loudypuff Boys and Girls Club is the name.
Okay, all right, bro.
Boys and Girls Club. It's Loudypuff for short.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So when I was talking to y'all manager, with the Boys and Girls Club, this is weed, brother.
I mean, you want to turn it to grown men and women's club? I'm just saying, like, we wanted to be inclusive and include everybody.
Right.
Everybody's into weed. I mean, I've been in the weed damn near my whole life.
So before you was selling weed legally, you was doing your thing. Safe to say.
I've been involved with weed my whole life.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
I've been around weed my whole life. I love to smoke it.
So,
Yeah, man.
how was it for you coming on to this? Was you apprehensive at first?
Nah, as soon as they came to me with the idea, it took me less than a minute to say, man, I'm all in. You know what I mean? So I went all in, man. As soon as as soon as we met my alley that night.
So it all started from that alley.
Man, I was all in after that, man.
So, what have y'all learned so far starting this business in Baltimore? Like, explain what's the hardships of this? Because y'all been in this for a little bit now, not too long.
The biggest hardships is just people just being still stuck in the old ways of thinking marijuana or now cannabis is illegal, and it's now that it's legal. Just trying to get everybody to understand
We
that.
still scared to smoke outside.
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Not
is,
Puff
man.
though. I walked over. Puff was like, Puff was in front of a children's center. I'm like, bro, can we move, please? Right in front of the
medicinal.
kids.
It helps everybody from adults and children. When you think about it. Come on, man.
So, what made y'all choose a location? Because I'm aware that y'all got 3 levels.
All right. Well, actually, just the brief story about the location. That's just crazy. How it started
right there.
We were trying to get into like a Northwood shopping center.
Okay.
They refused to talk to us. They told us they wouldn't even give us a reason why. They just said, "Well, we really can't deal with your business."
Okay.
Then we called other places in Baltimore County. They wouldn't respond to us. And then
the county ain't going for that shit.
Nah, but then
Absolutely not.
we went out to try to get to a flea market, and they were talking with us back and forth, and it looked like things were going good. We were studying the law just to get more information to support us. And then at the last minute, they said no. Out of frustration, we walked down to Fells Point, and we went past the location, came back, saw the number, and was like, let's call. Well, Puff said, let's call. And I first was like, nah, why? What they going to do? Just say no? It was like, no, let's just see. I was like, you know what? What's the worst we can do? Say no.
That's the worst thing they can say.
So we called. Next day, the guy called us back.
Right.
He said, hey, you want to set up a tour? Next day, we took the tour. And then
it was gone. It was gone from there.
Yeah. I mean, the store, you know what I mean? It was our vision. So we saw it was like, honestly, it was like intervention because we was walking frustrated, mad. As soon as we seen it, it was like, you know, how the skies open, like, it was like, this is it, right? When we saw it, it was like, it was no more, it was go mode. Right?
It was right then and there. So, with that being said, man, what separates y'all from all these other dispensaries? I want to hear from each and one of y'all. Okay. So, for this to you, what separates y'all?
Well, for one, we're not a dispensary. We're a hydroponic store. We teach people how to grow.
I say I don't know what that word means, brother.
Well,
you can look me dead in my face, and I still don't know.
Hydroponic basically is growing soilless.
Okay.
Just using different methods and means or mediums like cocoa core, rock wool, stones, but just basically different methods on growing without using actual soil.
Okay.
So we wanted to do a hydroponic store, and with us, we sell plants. We basically can teach you how to grow from seed to smoke, how to cure your plants. Anything you need to do with marijuana, we can teach you.
Everybody in the 80s is upset right now.
Yeah. We know one for a fact.
Right. So I'm gonna ask the brainchild. What separates you from? We are not a dispensary, so what separates y'all from everybody else?
The fact that we're not here to step on nobody's toes. We're not in competition with nobody. We're the first in Baltimore, and we want to teach everybody to be their own bosses. Become your own resource. You ain't got to keep spending your money with the dispensary or these other people. You know, outside you can't trust everything that's out there.
Yeah, they lacing their shit.
They got fentanyl in some of these packs. Like, you can't sell weed out here. It's crazy. You can't even buy regular weed out here.
Hell no. Everything got an exotic name to this shit.
But it's like, what people don't understand is like, you know, plants is living. And it's kind of like, I ain't never thought I was going to be a farmer back in the day. But like, just to have your own hands into growing your own and knowing exactly what's into it. You got to actually get up, care to it. And then it makes the end result even more worth it. It's good. We know exactly what we're doing.
And how about you, VP?
Yeah, man. Like, I got to piggyback off him. It's just knowing what you're smoking. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was going to the dispensary some years ago, you know, when I first got my medical marijuana card. It's just like a total difference. Like, when they first introduced me to the pot that they grew, it was like,
he said this shit like that.
Right. It was a total different experience. You know what I mean? It was like, and not only that, from the stuff that you grow, that you can actually taste the difference, man. You know what I mean? Just dealing with weeds, you know, it's just like the things that they taught me. It was just like, this is how the ash supposed to look when it burned. This is how this supposed to look.
It's a science to this.
Man,
I was just smoking weed, so y'all about to teach me.
Right,
I wasn't. I'm in the government. I don't smoke weed. But So let me get y'all individual experiences. When was the first time y'all smoked?
Oh, this is the dopest thing ever. The first time I ever smoked was with this guy.
Wait. So you took this goddamn vet and you gave him weed?
Hey man, look, this is a long
I
story.
know this guy since I was in 3rd grade.
Oh shit. Yeah. So how was your first time smoking? Was you paranoid? What?
Absolutely. He took me. We went for a walk.
You hit the alley. I know him.
But I thought I wasn't high. We dipped off and left. I said, all right, peace. I was so nervous because paranoid because I thought my mom was going to smell it because I could smell it in my nose. So I walked home about a mile and a half. Still could smell it. Got in front of my door. Stood in front of my door for 30 minutes, like panicking. Thought I was going to die. Had a panic attack. Think my mother was right there waiting for me. Get in the house. She sleep. Walk in, pass out. That was my first experience.
And you loved it ever since?
Nah. Nope. Nope. I was done. I didn't smoke again until maybe about 6 months later when I hollered at him again. And then
so you really the bad influence in the group. Okay. All right. So he got paranoid. How about you, man? Where were you at? How old were you when you first started smoking?
I was about 12.
Damn, man. All right, run the story to me, bro.
That's funny thing. My nephew got me high. We like the same age. I'm like 3 months.
We're not even gonna ask how you and your nephew the
3
same
months.
age.
We like 3 months older than each other.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So exactly.
That's
right?
not your nephew. That's your nigga.
So the crazy part, it was me, him, and another homeboy, and we smoked in your backyard.
Okay.
Because I used to be out with the homies all the time.
Right.
And they always smoking weed. And I'm like,
All
I
right.
smoke like blacks or some little lame ass.
At
shit.
12, bro?
We live in Baltimore.
Oh,
man.
all right, bro. You was going fucking through it. All right.
So look, so we in the backyard, we smoke it,
Mm.
and it's crazy because we started with like some good shit. It was
Okay.
like silver haze and like
Oh,
purple.
back when we had C's and the shit.
But this was like the exotic back in the day.
Uh-huh.
When I say I had the giggles, like I kept smiling, like I couldn't stop. I'm like, bro, I feel good. I can't stop smiling. I'm giggling and all that. I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm swimming, but I'm not. I just felt comfortable outside. They geeking off of me. Like, they tripping on me, right? Because they've been smoking.
Yeah, that first time smoking weed is crazy.
I get home, look, because me and my nephew was on my grandma's house.
Right.
I get home, I get this singing, I Believe I Can Fly. He recorded me. I was tripping. He tripping on me, talking to Shorty, whatever. Man, tripping on me. And ever since then, I'm like, I like this. Ever since, I'm like this. Whenever I get my hands on this, that's what I'm trying to do.
Fuck them blacks, man. And how about you, man? Because you clearly the bad influence, brother.
Yeah, my first time was with my brother, man.
Oh, yeah.
Probably about the ages around 12, 13 years old with my brother. First experience I had was he went to New York, came back with some chocolate tie.
He remembered it. Look, they remember this. Like, that shit was like that.
Tie, man. And, my first blunt was smoked with him, and after that, man, it was off to the races. It was like, I met up with this guy, like, hey, man, look, we used to take bus trips, man. Yeah, man, we used to get it in. So we used to take bus trips, man, get weed. But yeah, that's when the first time I ever enjoyed myself smoking marijuana.
Are y'all family and friends, especially the older generation, cool with what y'all doing? Or they still like, you doing what?
Oh, well, see, here's the thing you don't know. I've been growing since 2007. So
you've been a criminal since 2007.
Actually, I'm a medical patient, self-medicating patient.
Oh, okay. Self-medicated.
We
all self-medicate in 2007.
Chief Operations Officer.
I mean, again, I was never. I was the police.
Wait, so he hooked you up with smoking weed. You got paranoid, and then you was like, "No, I'm gonna grow my shit."
Yeah, fact.
So you just went to the next level.
Absolutely.
You say jail time is for me.
Oh no, I actually read the law, and the law said it was a 5-year max. Again, if you had low convictions, but if your first time offense, you're looking at probation. So I was worth the risk.
So you risked that shit.
100%.
How many plants you have at one time?
The highest was about 99.
99 what?
Plants.
Oh, you was
in my house.
You was the plug.
Oh, let me just say this: like from 2008 to 2012 December, if you lived in Dundalk or Essex,
yo, I was getting my weed from you. Oh, you had this city on lock.
On what line?
Okay, all right.
I knew a guy in the county I used to go to school with.
Okay, so you was a James St. Patrick of Baltimore. Yeah. Okay.
That's power, by the way.
That's a reference to
I'm old.
I'm
old.
All right. Damn. All right, so it was Smokey. Chris Rock. You
Smokey.
More like Big Wine.
All right,
damn. There we go. Big Worm. There we go. Nah,
come on,
I wasn't chasing. I wasn't choking. I wasn't smoking. Nah.
Were you growing before this situation?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I learned how to grow from this guy. He taught me. And it's the crazy part. I tried to before this even became a thing, I tried to get him to do some growth for me. He was
Right.
like, I'm good. Like, you need some tips, bro. I got
Look, the plug said, "Nah, I'm good."
You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, he was chilling. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't on that.
You
And he like,
retired,
no. I'm
OG.
like, oh, okay. And then we revisit the conversation at a certain conversations later. And I'm like, yo, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I'm in, or whatever you need to do. I'm step by step,
Right.
hands on. Like, bro, this I don't know why I ain't been did this. The crazy part is my homeboy, I had him like, you know what I mean, digging into the growing situation
Right.
for us. So it was really me and him.
Mm.
But now I used to try to come to him like some tips because you know he was kind of new to it.
Right.
So my man, he used to always try to get me because I'm gonna give him some credit now because he used to always try to get me to grow, and I'm like, I get to it, yo. I get to it. I get some time. I get to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then when it was time to start clicking, it was like, bro, I'd be crazy not to know this.
Mm. So do you now, with all y'all having your own business and y'all locked into this, do y'all only smoke your own brand?
No, we don't. Only because we do reviews. We like to do reviews.
Y'all
on
do
other
reviews?
People. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We like to figure out, I mean, what else going on in the city,
so-
what
so-
strands
Make sure we
people
stay on
like.
top. That's all.
All right, so we y'all doing reviews. I'm gonna ask you because I don't even want to hear what they say to influence you. Right now, we're gonna say top 3. Who's your top 3 products right now?
From us is got to be White Rainbow, Cindy 99, and Alien Cookies.
Do you think y'all got the best in the city?
Absolutely,
Hands down.
Hands down.
So nobody else can be like,
Hey, man, without a question. Look, I know I just smoke weed all over the city, right? Until I understood what weed was and how it was supposed to look, smell,
right?
I know that we got the best product in the city.
Do y'all? How long y'all had this business? Y'all say a couple, what, 7, 9 months?
Since November.
Since November. Do y'all feel as though that y'all have really taken over the city market? Because like I was telling you, before y'all reached out to me or whatever, I was seeing y'all a fucking lot. And I was like, who the fuck is this? It would be podcasts having interviews and all his Loudypuff. Y'all gotta give that Loudypuff. And I'm like, this shit not even legal yet. What's happening? It's May. What's going on? But y'all have stamped y'all name so loudly in Baltimore that y'all are, and I did my reviews. Y'all, people love y'all. And it's different from what y'all was saying, y'all not a dispensary. But as far as just noise making, y'all make the most noise. So when I went to y'all page and I was like, no, this shit not right. I know y'all bigger than this. I know for a fact because everybody I asked, they was like, Loudypuff. That's where I go. I was like, y'all don't go to the dispensary in Dundalk? They was like, no, Loudypuff is where I go. And the people that went to y'all events and y'all seminars, they was like, yeah, I smoke weed, but I'm learning shit now. Like, it's different here because even with your memberships, what I'm going to let you speak on, when you told me your memberships a couple days ago, I was like, wait the fuck a minute. This shit might be onto something. I want to get a membership now. So, who idea was it to have a membership?
Chief of operations.
Don't worry about that.
Well, I mean, as far as with the memberships going for the education portion, we knew that going to the event, you'll get the information, you might take some notes, but you won't be able to retain all of that information. It's a lot. So we decided to do a website. And at a website, a lot of people don't know, it took us about a month and a half to do that website. We literally did everything on there by ourselves. We didn't pay anybody. Step by step, every word's our words. We did it all. We wanted to make sure it was done right.
Right.
And this man right here was like, he was adamant. We got to make sure it's right before we put it out. We
Businessman. Yeah.
And so we took the time and we did it right. So and on the website, if you go on there, you can learn how to grow step by step,
seen that shit.
week by week. You can learn how to cure. You can learn how to clone. You can literally take the step that where you don't need anybody else but yourself to grow.
When I was doing my research and I asked about y'all, everybody said the same thing. Sorry to our city, but we kind of got a little corrupt situation going on. So they was asking me to ask y'all, how do y'all make sure y'all stay outside of the corruption with the police, mayors, senators, whatever, and actually run a legitimate business? Because everybody thinks it's like a fucking drug front, money laundering, pretty much.
Thank you. I love. That's an excellent question. Well, the one thing is, if people understood how the law works, I mean, we rely on the 2018 Farm Bill, as well as the actual House Bill 0837 that Maryland just passed, which gives us the legitimacy to do what we do without having to rely on anybody's extra help. So for us, we're strictly running by the books without any help, easily, because we know what we're doing and we studied before we got to this point. We didn't just jump in; we knew what we were getting into before we got here.
How do y'all work out security with y'all business? With making sure y'all have never been robbed before.
I mean,
You gotta think about it.
I gotta
Look,
right. I mean, you gotta think about it.
Look, we sell a plant.
Right.
So if you want us to rob us, not only do you gotta get the plants, but you gotta take care of it and then grow it to make it bud. But you probably come to our store
thank you.
and buy the supplies and the
That's a
nutrients
crazy flex.
So
that
yeah,
you
go
need
ahead,
to go ahead and get that right. So it's not even worth the time to even.
And they need the class to learn how to grow from us. So yeah, matter of fact, we'll give you the plant.
Yeah,
You ain't
man.
gotta
If you
steal it.
want, you can have it for free and just come to the class. Go, you mean become a member online, get a study guide, seed the flower, get yourself the nutrients.
I was learning about the whole weed situation, and I was talking to my homegirl about it. I was like, "Yo, what's more expensive, to have a plant or to have weed?" She was like, "You got a plant?" And I don't know nothing about weed, so this is my thinking. I was like, "Yeah, I can get a plant." I was like, "I might sell it because I don't know how to grow it." She was like, "Sell it for how much?" I was like, $80. She looked at me and laughed in my fucking face. She said, "Boy, you want to sell a weed plant for $80?" I didn't know the plant, if you actually take care of it, is you will make money continuously.
That's what we want people
That's
to
what we
understand.
teach.
That's what we teach.
Self-sustainability. You
Exactly.
literally can continue to grow forever. And if you want to switch up your strains, you can come to us. Right now, we got 13 accounts. We're about to add a couple more next week. The fact is we're going to continuously keep growing and keep growing. And we want to grow with everybody here in Baltimore, period.
So y'all, for what I see right here, y'all really for the people. Like,
1,000%.
1,000%, man,
Absolutely.
because we know, what I mean, just being in this avenue here, there's a lot of people that was doing it under the shadows and the shadows. Now that we're here, man, you can come out and
they outside the shadows.
share your knowledge. We share our knowledge and just become one big community. You know?
Do y'all feel like at some point when y'all reach y'all maximum that y'all want to branch out from Baltimore? Or do y'all want this to be your home base? Like, we got one mega store because y'all got a goddamn mega store. So how y'all want this to work?
I mean, we want to branch out, but but Baltimore is it. It's gonna be Baltimore hydroponics wherever it's at. It's not gonna be anything else. It's gonna be Baltimore hydroponics wherever.
Right.
Whether it be in Columbia,
Essex.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever other states you can legally put it in.
We out here.
Whatever other states you want to put it in, we in there.
Any state, we can be in any state.
Do y'all have kids?
I do. I have a son, 16-year-old son.
No, I don't. Unfortunately, my daughter passed away in 2017. She was like 4 months.
How about you, Robert?
I got 2 daughters' birthdays the same day, 3 years apart, same baby mother, or mother of my children, pardon me.
Yeah, about that. So how do y'all feel with y'all being in this business? Are y'all gonna let your kids smoke?
Me personally, absolutely. When my son gets to the right age, when he's responsible enough, he's gonna be able to smoke.
What the hell is the right age to smoke weed, bro?
Man, right now, I mean, I started when I was 12.
All right. Shit, he did too, smoking black and mild.
12, 13 years old. And so my son's 16, so I'm pretty much he's not into it yet. You know what I mean? He want to know the business, but he's not into the smoking part yet. And whenever he's ready, like I told him, his first experience, I would like for it to be with
That's crazy for your first experience to be smoking with your pops.
Hey, man. Look, like I say, my first experience was with my brother, my uncles, and then we used to steal their weed, so. Shit, you know what I mean? That's when the weed was in the little manila bag. Back in the day. When you had to steal his weed and go out in the playground and fake smoke. So I would rather for my son to come to me and be like, "Hey, Dad, look, I'm ready to try it."
Now, you got a son, so I expect that response. You got daughters, and we know what come with weed with women. So how do you go with this? Because most girls don't smoke weed with dudes. That's just
I treat weed like I treat guns.
Okay.
My daughter's been shooting since she was 10 years old. We started practicing at 9.
Okay.
She's 11 now, but we've been practicing with guns since she was 9 years old. So when she got it, she wasn't scared of it. Same thing with weed. My kids have been around weed since they've been infants. Like my oldest daughter used to always talk about it. She lived in the forest. Everybody thought she was playing. She really was playing.
Yeah, sir. We know. We know. I hope your daughter wasn't going to school saying she lived in the forest, brother.
No, she did. But everybody thought she was playing in the imaginary.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
But yeah, my kids have always been around weed. So for them, and they don't really have an interest in it.
Okay.
I mean, for them, they just looking at my youngest daughter. She just wants to get in the business. as far as the money side of it. That's
Shout
it.
out to her. She got a snowball business too.
Oh, my man, yeah, she gonna have a snowball stand right there on the side of it.
Oh, y'all really making moves out here. What part of Baltimore y'all all from?
Well, I spend most of my time in East Baltimore, but I grew up in Baltimore County.
Okay, so you was like Towson, Prairie Hall type shit.
Not like Rosedale type, Overly type shit.
Oh, all right. White Marsh type shit. Got you. I like how you chose the good areas. That's what's up. You was close to this man. How about you, bro?
I'm from over west, man. I'm a Park Heights area.
I'm from Park Heights
I
too.
met
Fuck it
them
is, dummy.
over east.
Yeah, I'm a little smaller. Yeah, I know I seen you before. You 36?
I'm 32.
Oh, all right.
I lived on Rockfield, Oakford Avenue, Belvedere, Nelson.
Oh, all right. You was getting how you lived.
Yeah, man. That's what I remember. But we've been over east for a while, though. That's how I met this guy.
Yeah.
So with all this going on, how does the business...
Everybody, it's Bubbles here, and I'm located at Arundel Mills Mall, and this is my beautiful kiosk. So I'm gonna show you guys something really special. So this cashmere body oil is one of my best-selling oils of all of my products. It's made up of jojoba oil, coconut oil, vitamin E, so the most natural ingredients. Look at that. It absorbs into the skin so good, and it smells amazing. Follow me on Instagram at Bubbles Galore Me, TikTok Bubbles Galore Me as well, and on my website at bubblesgalorem3.com. See you guys soon.
Run. Like, do all of y'all have to agree? Is it 2 out of the 3? How does this, who makes the final say? It has to be 2, 1?
No, it has to be unanimous.
Yeah, it had to be
Unanimous. Like, even if it's like a disagreement, like it gotta be broken down, it gotta be explained, and then we'll come around. Like I said, shout out to Tippy.
Shout out to Tippy,
Listen,
bro.
a few days ago, not even like 2 weeks ago,
You
I
gonna
was
see her
like,
picture right here. She tall as
listen,
fuck.
I'm like, no, I ain't with all that getting on camera and all that, right? She like, all right, I'm gonna take it as a slow yes. I'm gonna just put y'all D, but yeah, we'll get around to it. And look at it. We on here.
Yeah, because the idea,
But you got-
the idea at first was none of us was going to be on camera.
Why?
Right, because it was just like one of those things. We was just talking, we all discussed it. It was like, all right, how we going to do it? You know, when we first came out.
Move that
when I
mic
first
closer to your
saw
face.
when I first saw these guys, they was wearing masks.
God damn.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all met the nigga in the alley like this?
I mean,
So it was like, you know what I mean? Then, you know, we evolved into like, we got to be the face of the brand. Like, they got to see all 3 of us together.
And you know, I was talking to Tippy before we get to her. I was saying, yo, you know how hard it is? I cannot find a picture with all of you. What?
There's a few pictures of it.
it's only a handful.
It's a handful. Like, y'all really run your operations separately. Whatever y'all in control of, y'all handle that. What made y'all choose Tippy, though?
Man.
Because I got my own story about Tippy, but what made y'all choose her?
I can answer this one.
Well, you might say, hey, boss. It's a group decision.
I mean, on the second, well, no, I mean, the reason why is on our third event. I want to say our third event, we had some comedians. We had comedians there, really good comedians, but we were new to having comedians at our event, and we just happened to reach out to her. I've known her for a long time, and she came through for us in a big way. And she found out that one of the comedians were basically going to cancel us and wasn't going to tell us.
Oh, they was going to do y'all dirty like that?
Yeah.
It was my cousin.
Oh, man. Wow.
He didn't even tell me. My own cousin ain't even tell me.
Okay, I wasn't going there. I wasn't going there, man. Put the bottle down. I wasn't going to go there. But nah, she let us know what was going on.
Right.
It was like, look, do you want me to come through and take it? I'm like, yeah, and she did. Like immediately. So then came back. We was getting in a situation. We realized we needed some help with our social presence. I mean, we was putting our work in, but we was missing some things. And
Just
she
social
came in,
media presence.
and she came in, and just from how she did before and how she's come through so far, it wasn't even a hard choice.
What made you choose Tip? Because your cousin was a piece of shit. What happened?
I ain't gonna say a piece of shit. Shout out to my cousin Larry. But it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. Like the field that she's in, she's connected with so many people. She's such a great person, and she stand on business. Like, and she do the extra stuff you don't ask her to do. Like just the small stuff, and I had to really tell her I appreciate it for that.
Yeah.
Just a simple shit, just like helping clean up and like putting some food in the refrigerator, like simple stuff
Simple
that nobody
shit.
need to ask. You know, you feel me?
Just checking on
That just speaks on character, and I really appreciate and glad that we did meet her.
Yeah.
And she definitely helped put us together.
I'm going to say my story about Tippy, man. I ain't got the same good ass fucking story about Tippy.
Okay, that's cool.
So way back, I want to say in about 2021 ish, right? I reached out to Tippy. I like how y'all made the shit work. I reached out to Tippy a couple times. And I was like, yo, Tippy, come on the show. Do you know hello ass, tall ass was sitting there and just read my message? Rat did me dirty. But I will say she's staying on business. She made sure that y'all had everything y'all needed. She made sure she FaceTimed me at night. She was like, hey, I just want to make sure we good. We good, 5:30? Yep. All right, here's the pictures. I ain't like the promo you did. I was like, you ain't like it? I don't like that. You gonna put this one out. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say. She stands on business. She will make sure not only does she call you, she want to see your face. She want to make sure we got locked eyes. I was like, okay. So the fact that y'all have all came together and found this woman right here, y'all built a nice fucking team. So with every team, gots to come this question. What is the disagreement y'all have the most?
Man, right now it was like, for right now it was who gonna be at the shop first.
How early is we gonna stay up?
Keep it 100.
How late are we gonna close?
What's the latest we gonna close? Like
We
honestly,
be out there at 2:00.
like
sometimes.
yeah, like honestly, like these group of guys right here is like it was God sent, man. No, because like our disagreements, we might have different. The biggest disagreement we ever have is like basically who's going to do what on what. That's the biggest disagreement. As far as like the money issue, is no money issues. There's no trust issues. We trust each other to the fullest. Like it's just, man, like this is the most beautiful partnership I ever been in. I've been trying to do business for a long time.
How do y'all smoke weed? I want to know, how do y'all do it? Because when I did smoke, it just burned right here. It burned right here. So tell me where I'm fucking up at.
It's probably the weed.
It's the weed, bro.
Probably the weed. Because, I mean, if it's cured properly, it's going to burn smooth. You ain't going to feel nothing, but it's like Kool-Aid going down your throat.
Right.
I mean, pause. I got to say that. I'm just saying I'm old. But no, seriously, like if you have good weed, you won't have that problem. It's probably cured dry properly. It's going to burn smooth and you won't have those issues.
Right.
Is that the same?
And I smoke hemp wraps.
You smoke hemp wraps?
Wraps.
Shit. Why?
Because I don't smoke no tobacco.
Is that by choice or you didn't
by choice? By choice. I don't smoke no tobacco. Other than when I occasionally might smoke like backwood or a leaf or something like that. But that really depends on like if I'm around certain people.
Yeah.
But I like hemp wraps because they're smoother smoke and it got less of the extra little stuff that be in tobacco.
So if I asked you, right? If you had to talk, I'm gonna ask all three of y'all. If you had to talk to your younger self right now and tell him something, what would you tell him?
Well, if I had to talk to my younger self, man, I would tell my younger self that I knew it was going to happen. You know what I mean? For the simple fact of what we put me through. You know what I mean? It was like getting locked up just because nobody would say it was their weed sitting in the middle of the console, spending time down Central booking. You know what I mean? Just for weed, simple weed possession. So if I would tell my younger self, man, I would tell my younger self it was going to happen.
So you ain't even know back then getting put in those situations that it's putting you in a direction of where you gonna be at regardless.
Right. So I take the mindset of that we owe me, man. So
we owe me. You put your time in for this shit.
Absolutely. So it owe me. So I'm getting everything that weed ever took from me. I'm getting it back. So that's how I look at it.
And how about you, Paul?
It's the crazy part, right? Like nothing bad happens. Like anytime something bad happens to us as far as the business, it turns around and still happens to be good for us. So like I really wouldn't even really say much other than like I would be like more proactive, like less procrastinating, less like being less lazy about stuff.
Yeah.
In general, just in general. But literally, like he said earlier, it's like it was divine to happen. Like it literally, anytime something bad happened, it stumbled into a greater thing. Because if we didn't get the nose that we was getting, we would never ended up at 701 South Broad Street. Broadway Street.
Hell yeah.
Fells Point. Right on the corner next to Chop Tank. Prime real estate. 2 words.
When I seen that, when she told me the location, I was like, Fells Point? What the whites? So y'all be jumping on the weekends is what I'm hearing.
Jumping.
Wow.
Jumping.
I mean, It's basically a reality TV show right there in front of the shop. Oh, from let's say about 9 to about 2:33. A whole reality show right in front of the shop.
This is your first business y'all ever ran?
Nah. I mean, we've all ran businesses, but one that has this level, it's my first.
It's my first.
What business you used to run?
I used to run an entertainment and clothing line.
Okay.
First Trust. Back about 2016, I started that company. And right around COVID, that's when it started fizzling out. Just entertainment gigs wasn't going on. Everybody was in the house. So we had a lot of overnight successes in the house doing their Instagram thing. So it kind of knocked us out the tank. So.
And how about you? You was on a business before this?
Yeah and no. It's like
that man gave me the smoothest
like,
light skin shit. He said,
yeah and no.
But nah.
It's like, I've had my hands behind some other businesses that have been going on.
If y'all don't know
this is my
Puff
first one. I actually
talking cold. He talks cold.
This is the first time I actually branched out and put my face attached to like what's really going on.
Are you proud of yourself?
Absolutely. Look, this is the crazy part. So look, my stepfather, he one of them old cats.
Yeah, like
he don't fuck that weed shit, none of that. He don't do none of that. Man, for the first time in my life,
oh shit,
this nigga looked at my mother. He said, "Mo, you might have $1 million there." He actually happy about what's going on. And I'm talking about, I'm showing him videos of us smoking, growing weed. Like,
yeah, the shit that used to be frowned upon.
Plants. Like, yo, you need some? I got you. Like, plants. And it's like, bro, I never would have imagined meeting with these guys that this would happen. And it couldn't have happened with no other people.
Are you proud of yourself? Because you was really, you, sir, from what you was doing.
I mean, yeah, I guess, I am.
You didn't give me no confidence in that. What you mean?
I mean, because I'm just working. I mean, I'm always just working. I mean, these guys say I sleep at the shop. I'm always grinding every day, trying to find the next thing to keep us going. So, I mean, I'll be proud when I'm sitting on the beach in Miami chilling for about 10 days. Then I'll be good.
So, let me ask y'all a tough question. If, let's say you or Puff wanted to get out the business, they wanted to be like, you know what? I want to branch off, make another business with just me. How does that work? Like, how does the separation of business work?
It's generational.
Yeah, there's no
that's not even an issue that we
that's
even. It's
not
even an
scared
issue
the shit out of me. He said there ain't no getting out.
But if people understood how deep, if they look under the hood and lift the hood up, it'll fuck their mind up.
Yeah,
straight up.
There's
so much shit that we got going on beneath the surface that if people would actually look at it and see.
Yeah, y'all just see the iceberg.
Well, fuck that. What's under the ice?
Yeah, I mean, hey, man.
Yeah, no. Yeah. What's under the ice?
All right, one thing. Well, I mean, a lot of people don't know, but some people that's been by the shop know we about to open up a smoking lounge on the bottom floor, on the right-hand side.
Talk to them about it.
Now, this smoking lounge is going to be the only smoking lounge in Fells Point at the time. And what that means is when you come in there, you can bring your whatever.
Right.
Yeah, means you can sit there and roll them. You can get them rolled for you if you want.
Y'all got a perler.
Listen.
Y'all got, is Tippy perler? Who rolling the weed?
You got to find out when you get there.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to get your weed rolled for you, we can get that taken care of. Now, we also, later this year, we're going to be introducing the VIP club. Now, with that, that's members only. You're going to apply for that. And with that one comes with certain perks that, well, let's just say the kind of perks you would like to get with a membership from a company like us.
So now you ain't about to put that on there because we want to show.
Oh, no.
What the goddamn is the perks? What's the perks? Sell that shit. What's the perks?
I mean, well, for one, you get exclusive access to the second floor.
Okay.
And the second floor is going to be, when I say it's going to look like $1 million. And when you in there, you're going to feel like $1 million. And if you're there, you probably got $1 million. That's all I'm saying.
So, how much is it?
The starting membership is going to be $5,000 a year.
First of all, stay right there. Who came up with the pricing? Don't say nothing. Who came up with the pricing?
We did.
You didn't speak in monthly terms. You said $5,000 a year. That was some cool shit that you did. Listen, I know it sounds like a lot, but for all the people that went to school, I don't know about Baltimore City, but everybody that went to school, if you bust that down, that is not a lot of money. But you said starting. How high does this go? Let's say a year. Ain't no pauses on this shit.
I mean,
10, 15, 30?
About 25,000.
25. And you ain't gonna tell nobody what come with this?
I mean, that's the well, no, you got to come for an interview for that.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be.
Yeah, this is
only.
invite only.
It's invite only.
Now, what I can say is, I mean, during the week, Monday through Thursday will be members only, but Friday through Sunday, you can bring a guest.
You got to pay for it?
Yes.
So, let me get this right. Y'all said, this some good shit. So, y'all saying y'all got to have an interview with all three of you, or just one of you conduct these interviews?
All three of us will conduct interviews.
What's happening in these interviews, bro? I ain't never.
Hey,
I mean, no, you can become a member. This is gonna be you're part of this, so the actual club. This is gonna be an actual association.
Okay.
So you're gonna be an official member of a private club.
Can people donate to y'all?
It will be a 501c, a 501c, so people can donate to us.
First of all, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Non-profit.
Okay. So y'all say like y'all got all y'all businesses in line, and you were saying that if you only knew what was under the iceberg, I just seen this man over here don't drink. Y'all don't know Puff don't drink. But I'm gonna ask him, Puff, give me something that's underneath the iceberg that people might not gonna know. That's jumping into this.
Man,
you want to tell them about the initiative? With
Boy,
the
you
Urban
talking.
Grow
We hear
School?
you. Might as well.
Well, we're gonna try to do the urban growers. So we basically gonna try to get an initiative with the schools to teach them how to grow at home, just fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables for children.
We
so
not
people
only
can learn
we
how to
don't
grow at
only
home.
deal with
You
cannabis.
know, Boys and Girls Club. I didn't know where we was going with this.
Man, it's deep, man. It's deep.
No, but listen, we're looking at basically having Loudypuff Boys and Girls Club Foundation, to where we basically teaching kids how to actually grow and be self-sustainable at home as well.
What
But
made
fruits
you?
and vegetables.
What made y'all want to do this?
We have kids.
And I would rather for my child to know how to grow, that he can grow in his backyard, in his house, or in his basement, wherever he can grow at, know that he can take care of himself, than rely on what's going on in the supermarket.
Do y'all feel like the violence with the weed becoming legal now is going to drop now because weed is so accessible now?
I would believe so, to be honest. Because, I mean, that's one less thing to argue about, to deal with. I mean, and I've been telling the young guys for the past 8 months that, like, look, it's about to come legal. And when it get legal, that means that
shit you was doing.
Right.
Like, it's going to be, I mean, you're going to have all this weight right here that ain't nobody going to want to buy.
Y'all going to make a killing in Virginia.
And you got like
That's about their best bet.
Yeah.
And people who don't got they paperwork in order going to be having issues too, as far as like businesses, shops, stuff like that. So if y'all don't know what y'all doing, you ain't got your P's and Q's in order, like it's gonna be an issue with people.
So can people, if they want to have consultations and spit that game to y'all, can they talk to y'all?
1,000%.
1,000%.
You told me, right, when I was talking to you, that you never thought that you'll be where you are right now. Right now, with the trajectory that y'all on, y'all are and probably will become millionaires with everything y'all have. Are you excited for that?
Absolutely.
Because there ain't a lot of
I envision-
motherfuckers
you
who
gotta
spoiled and
envision
getting
it.
it how you getting it.
You gotta envision it.
Mhm.
And you gotta believe it. And that's all we've been preaching to each other.
Mhm.
Like, bro, you gotta envision. You gotta see it before the dollar signs get there. And not like, and then everybody else in the beginning that doubted it, that ain't see that was gonna get where they was at. Listen, it was a rude awakening for everybody because we here to stay. Baltimore's own, homegrown, never flown. Like,
how was it? Because you was talking to me about it, that y'all had to have the meetings with the commissioner and everybody like that. How was that?
Man, well, I'm gonna let him speak on it, but for
Hell
me,
no. Nah. I want you to speak on it.
Hey, for me, man, it was just like, I'm gonna tell you, it felt good. Just for them to look in their face and for them to know there's nothing they can do. It was absolutely nothing. And with Jules having all the jewels, it was just like, it was just stuck, man, and it just felt so good, man. Honestly, just to have the police look at us and say, like, basically, man, like, it's nothing that we can do.
Tippy want to say something? Tippy, you want to say something? You want to come on the camera? It's a mic right here. You want to say something? You cool for real?
I got it.
Okay. No, I don't want
Chief
you to
of
have
operations.
it. I want you to have it.
Chief of
No,
operations.
I want you to have it.
I handled it.
Listen, alley Chief of operations. Bump that. Let him say what he was. He was in there with the boxing gloves on.
What happened?
All right, so basically, the first thing I guess the commissioner came over,
Right.
or the acting commissioner came over. I wasn't there. I was in the inside of the shop. I walked up as he was walking away, and they told me what was going on. I was going to say something at the time. I said, "Nah, don't worry about it." So we just out there with the plants doing our thing, and I guess he told them that he was going to send somebody over later. So later was like about 15 minutes later, and they sent about 15 police officers over there, tactical unit, and everything, walking over there in force, and that was fine. And it was a simple question was asking, "Hey, how could we help you guys?" And they were talking about, are we selling? I'm like, no, we're just simply here promoting our business on the street as we can do legally.
Our business.
And then I explained to them why the plants are legal. I went and broke down the 2018 Farm Bill, the House Bill, the memo from the DEA.
Right.
I gave them the whole rundown. And they kind of looked at me and they looked back and forth. And it was, well, but you're on the street. Okay. So then they asked us to move into the awning. We moved into the awning. And then they left. Then the next night, I guess the lieutenant came and they brought some more police officers over there to ask the same questions. And this time we had everything ready for them, all ready to go. They took copies of everything. They were on the phone, talking back and forth. What do we do? So then the lieutenant comes in and our table was literally 1 inch on the red block on the sidewalk. And that was his only issue. They brought another about 10 police officers over there in force. And it was a heated confrontation. I guess emotionally wise, everybody was charged.
Explain it. Run it down. Run it down. What was the heated exchange?
Well, basically, I can't think of his name.
Okay, sir. We just call him sir.
The lieutenant, he came over there. I mean, this dude was jacked up. Like, I mean, literally, he was a big dude. But anyway, he came over there stepping up on the table. Well, not on the table, but stepping up to the table. And he was basically asking us what we were doing, what we were selling. And I gave him the whole rundown of the laws that allow us to do this. And basically, and even found out about the transient vendors law regulation, where it allows you, if you're just selling produce or seafood, you don't need a license. You can just sell it right there on the sidewalk, period. Gave him that. Then there's another back and forth. And then he basically said, I just need to move it off the sidewalk 2 inches. So we moved off the sidewalk 2 inches. And then they still stood there.
2 fucking inches, bro.
2 inches. And then they was like, okay. Then they were still standing. I was like, so what else is the problem? Why are you still here?
Right.
And then had a little bit of a light exchange, nothing too crazy. And then he went ahead. Well, there was another officer there that started talking about that the plants were a controlled dangerous substance. And the lieutenant said, no, they are not controlled dangerous substance. This is not why we're here. We're only here because the table's on the sidewalk. That's the only issue.
Come on with the bullshit.
Right.
Come on with the bullshit. Do y'all think they cracked down on y'all because y'all was a black business with weed?
Absolutely, man, 100%.
Come on now.
And then what was even shocking when they knew that we wasn't budging and we knew what we was talking about. That's only made it them, appreciate us. I should say, because they say, okay, we can't push these guys around.
Puff, how'd that make you feel?
I felt good. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the Fells Point activities when they get late on certain times.
Tell them about it. If you're not from the city, that's your camera. Talk to them right there.
Listen, it's real lit. It go crazy on the weekends. It's night and day. Night and day. At nighttime, it get lit. Twerking in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Niggas driving, standing up, ghost riding a whip. It get crazy. So look, when it get too late, the police, they form a line. And you can't go past that line.
Like they do at Baltimore Street with the strippers.
Right.
Yeah.
They form a line, and sometimes they advance the line. Yo, it felt so good to go walk past that line. I said, excuse me, boss. Let me get past it. He said, oh, what's up? I said, no, it's my building right here.
Say it again for him. It's what?
I said, oh, it's my building right here, right?
Yeah.
He said, oh, okay. He hollered at the whatever his boss, oh, this is building. I'm right here. I got a couple homeboys. Yo, make sure he good. He good. They with me. Everybody else forwards this way. We get to walk past. I said, man, you can't get. Come on, man. Then look, we had to run it back round 2, right?
Right.
We further up the street.
Okay.
Because we was thinking about doing something with some
Y'all
fireworks.
was coming to get me.
Yeah, we was coming to get him. So, they advanced the line up a block. Here we go walking past the line again.
Right.
They trying to stop us. Oh, look, the police stepping up for us now. No, he one of the business owners. He good. Yeah. Look, they try to touch my man. No, he good. Don't touch him. Don't touch They ain't got nothing to do with this. Let us go. Man.
I love Baltimore City Police. I love you guys.
I love y'all too, man.
I appreciate
If we
it.
get too crazy, we got some waters and Powerades for y'all.
He said we love
when they get
y'all.
hot outside, we got
Oh,
some
no, they take
waters.
care of us out there.
Why
They
do
take-
y'all think they crack down on y'all though? I want to hear y'all individual. Why do y'all think they
Well,
cracked
I
down
think
on
they
it?
cracked down on this, man, because it was new. Let me just ask people on the camera. Have you ever seen a weed plant sit in the middle of Baltimore City?
Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
Mm.
Right. So it was new to them. And for them to see it, it was a shock that we was out there just so brazen. And we stood on it. Like, and we knew what we were talking about. They couldn't push us around. When they can't push you around and when they know that you're standing on and what you know, they just let you be.
I love Baltimore City Police.
I love them too, man.
Gatorades and water. Powerades as well.
701.
701 on South Broadway.
Yeah, we got everything they need, man.
Why'd you they ran down on y'all like that, Pa?
You gotta think about it. Their whole career, they've been taught that, like, if you got some weed locking together.
But they know the law now. They know that shit changed.
Some of them.
Oh,
You
fucking
gotta think
state
about
no.
everybody don't do their due
educated.
diligence like they
Mhm.
should. You know what I'm saying? Which explains why you got lawsuits with the police.
Mhm.
People be cashing in or whatever sometimes. But everybody don't do. I ain't gonna say they're not ordered to learn it, but everybody don't do their hard
Right.
work
It's
to
still
study
new.
and see what's going on like we did. Because it seems so foreign to so many people.
Mm.
Just for like us 3 black owners to really be like, hey, you want? I ask the police, did they want to learn? If they want to learn, I teach them too. Like we teach any and everybody. Listen, they passed this law for everybody because there's a lot of more medical benefits to cannabis. You way better off smoking weed than tobacco or drinking liquor. That's just a fact.
That's just a fact, especially you doing the hemp shit.
Yeah, man, I smoke the hemp wraps. I try to stay
Yeah.
away from all the tobacco stuff like that. But Maryland should have been did this. You know what I mean?
What's the y'all? You know the laws. I'm gonna alley oop it to you. How old do you have to be to buy something from your store?
21. Well, no. From the hydroponic store, you can be however.
All
It's
right.
just to buy a cannabis plant, you have to be 21 years of age. I mean,
Would you like to see that lowered?
well, here's the thing. There really isn't a guideline on that right now.
Right.
Kicker. But the
Because
fact
18,
is,
you can do whatever the fuck you want.
right.
Right.
We're just going by 21 because, again, if they decide midway to change it, we want to at least already be where they would be at. And at 21, so we're basically requiring everybody, if you're going to buy a plant from us, to be at least 21 years of age.
How do y'all feel about, especially you, Puff, from coming from around the way, that everybody that got locked up and really not seeing their families again for weed, what do you say to them that's really in there like, yo, so I got locked up for this, but now my homeboy out here is selling plants. You got people out here selling weed, and I'm still locked in a box?
I mean, that's crazy. If somebody's still locked up behind weed charges, that's just issue on its own. Anybody that's locked up behind weed should be home, released, no question. Like I said, weed do less damage than alcohol and tobacco. Like every simple stuff. And my advice to anybody that's still in that field, learn how to grow. Right. Instead of you spending thousands of dollars shopping, outsourcing, you know what I'm saying? Grow it yourself. Do what you want with it. You know what I mean? Keep people out your business. And they knew what it was, just like them white folks taking advantage of the industry.
Yeah, I like when you drink. Go ahead,
making
Pop.
money, stuff like that. They knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And now it's our turn. They finally opened the doors for us, so take advantage of it. That's how I feel.
Because when the dispensaries first jumped off in Canton and Fells Point and everything like that, when I used to talk to guys, a lot of black people was like, man, I can't get into that. That's a white man's game. They never going to let me get into that. The prices is too high. I was talking to one guy. He was like, man, to even start this, you got to damn near have $500,000 to $1 million when you talk about the fees, the taxes, everything that goes with that. So y'all on that standpoint that y'all kind of lucked up with you knowing him, you met the biggest goddamn plug in the city.
Right.
So what do you say to people that want to start getting into this business and don't know how much capital I got to have, what I got to do?
Well, see, for us, our niche is a little different. You know what I mean? So what we do is, like you said, we don't have any regulations. Our sky's the limit. You know what I mean? So what we decide to do with it, you know what I mean, they got to follow our blueprint. So whatever they want to try, you know what I mean, they can reach out to us. You know what I mean? We give consultation classes and all that. But basically, since we the first, they got to follow us. And we don't deal. Yeah, absolutely. So we try to avoid anything that got too many regulations or anything like that.
That's smart.
What we try to find the in between, man. That's what we do.
Are y'all brothers ever going to leave Baltimore, just personally? Like, y'all business still be here, y'all still be a part of business. Do y'all want to leave Baltimore? Because what I find out with the celebrities and with these business owners, everybody says, yeah, you can start a business here, and yeah, it might flourish a little bit, or it might flourish a lot. but there's a ceiling to where you can go in Baltimore. So the Great Migration is what I call it. We're gonna go to Atlanta. We're gonna go to Houston. Shit, you want to go to the Mecca? You want to go to Colorado? You can go there. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I'm from Baltimore. I left, I came back to Baltimore. We did this, it's Baltimore. It ain't Atlanta, it ain't LA or wherever else, it's Baltimore. It's always Baltimore for me.
We bringing loud back.
Right.
They can
Say
keep,
that, yeah.
Listen, we bringing loud back. They can keep all that Zaza out of town language. Listen, we bringing loud back. It's loud, dummy. Baltimore's own, Baltimore's first, homegrown, never flown. That's just what it is.
I want to say to y'all brothers and to Tippy right here that made all this happen. She told me, as you were saying earlier, y'all don't do interviews. Y'all might not do interviews great separately, but when y'all come together there, before the camera started rolling, y'all had an initiative for everybody. You know, him's the business. I still am confused about you, but you know your shit. And Back Alley Jim, you know your shit as well. And I would just like to say, when I first found out about y'all, and everybody talked about the Loudypuff, from Tippy to Stilettos to my homeboy in Cali, who came all the way out here to go to your event. When I seen him, I was like, nigga, they got you out here? The fact that y'all brand has reached as far as it has without really any marketing. What does that say about your brand? Because y'all don't really market y'all product. Good Coke speaks for itself.
Right. Absolutely.
For y'all not to market, y'all are doing goddamn good.
It's good business.
Yeah,
it's good business,
and that's what we stand on, man. Everything that we do, just like some of the events here, like we pay everybody. Like we don't care if you were the guy who was, but that's got 3 followers behind you. You come to our event, you're going to get a couple of dollars out.
You're a superstar from us,
right?
I like that.
Not only that, man, is the people. If you were to see how many no's we got, or people just canceling on us, people that just
his cousin.
Yeah, man, we had like if people say like I said, if people just look and take a step back and see what we go through and how things still run so smooth. It'll mess with their head, man. Honestly.
So, what is next for y'all individually? Puff, what's next for you?
It's nothing individually. It's a group effort.
Talk that shit.
A group
loud dummy
company.
Yeah.
This is what we doing. This is what's coming in the future. It's more Loudypuff, Boys and Girls Club, more products, more services. Like we just started. The Smoke Lounge is coming soon. The hydroponic store will be open super soon. You can order online right now, today, as we speak. Plants, equipment, everything.
Real quick. Grand opening, 701 South Broadway on August 5th.
Wait, grand opening?
Grand opening.
Ain't y'all open?
Oh, no. Again, we soft. That's soft.
Soft.
What the fuck?
We gotta go big time. We in Baltimore. Everybody, we gotta have people we gotta have Baltimore here.
What the grand opening looking like?
Real big. It's looking real big, dummy.
Right. Man, this is what I want to say for people that want it, because people reached out to me. And matter of fact, because I tried to start a business, but we're gonna hit them real quick. Listen, y'all, we got a couple sponsors, man. Listen. The Right Therapist, man. She started a children's book, man. This is my home girl. I've watched her jam out the trunk of her car to make these products work, man. So shout out to The Right Therapist. Check in her book. She got calming gel. She got cups. She got pens. Check out The Right Therapist, man. Mental health is important. And listen, if you want smoking, then go to the Right Therapist. Please, you can do that. Right Therapist, man. Now let's get back to the show. How do people partner with you guys? How does that work out? Because I talked to you, so I want to know.
So they can reach out to Loudypuff _ events. They can just get at me on Instagram, or they can get at me with events@loudypuff.com. So I basically take care of all the events, get all the events taken care of, get all the people lined up with the help of Tippy. You know what I mean?
And y'all had how many events so far?
4.
Since March, right?
Yeah, 4.
So do y'all have like annual events, or is this just some shit y'all be thinking of like Tuesday?
Nah. So what we
actually, since you said that, we'll talk about our first event real quick.
Go with it.
Our first event, that actually was done in 11 days. People were there. I apologize.
I was looking
Matter
at
of
him
fact, like-
crazy when he said
11 days.
He
What
said
the
the date. I
fuck?
said, bro, we got 11 days,
Like
bro.
listen, hear him saying, I woke up. I mean, we've been doing all this. We've been getting the website up, and we had everything going. We've been getting things together, and I was like, look, we got to take bold action. We got to do something big. And I was like, we got to do an event. It was like, event. All right, when? I was like, March 11th. March 11th. Like, bro, that's 11 days. Yeah, I know. Like, we got to work fast. And the first thing he said, bro, we ain't got enough time. I was like, listen, don't talk to me about time. Talk to me about effort. And we put in a lot of effort in that 11 days. And nobody showed up, but shout out to Miss Darlene. Nothing but love for her. She bought our first ticket.
Oh,
I'll never
nobody
forget it.
showed up.
No. Nobody bought tickets right away.
Okay.
Miss Darlene bought the first ticket.
Okay.
And as she bought that ticket, it was like bing, 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 bing. We sold like about 35 tickets in 24 hours.
40 people. 30, 40 people came out the first event we put together.
That's huge. Who's Miss Darlene?
Oh, that's a great family member of mine. This is mother.
Whose mother?
An artist. We got artist Dope Lane.
Okay,
check
talk
him
your
out.
shit. His
Dope
name
Lane.
be right here.
Dope Lane is our artist. Loudypuff artist.
Y'all got
that was his mother.
Y'all got an artist?
Yeah,
Iceberg.
absolutely. Iceberg.
Before we get
Check
out
out
here, explain
Dope
to me,
Lane.
what the
Listen,
fuck?
I think it's Dope Lane _ Dope Lane. Dope Lane, Baltimore artist. He's lit. He's
He's
legit.
on our videos.
He's on
Ready
our
to go.
videos. He basically
He
our
just
theme
performed
music.
it. Yeah,
He
exactly.
performed our last event.
Yep,
He killed it.
absolutely.
Yo,
Stay bumping his music on the videos.
What the fuck is going on here? So y'all got a smoke labs is about to kill Fells Point. Y'all events off. Listen, fire, well produced, educational, is fun as fuck. Y'all got artists, y'all got plants, y'all got memberships, y'all got fucking police.
We got a foundation also. We want to have a foundation. So
The police now they walk past. They give us the deuces. They protect the building. It's all good.
He said
all
we love Baltimore City.
all
We love
love.
Baltimore City
We
Police.
love
Look,
Baltimore
it-
City.
Come by
It
some
makes-
power, aid, and water. We got you.
It makes it look crazy when you see 20, 10, 15 police outside one day and the next day we still open and now they coming by saying, "Hey guys, how y'all doing? What's up? What's going on?"
Is it a surreal experience for you and you also? I don't know about you because you was in the alley. But for y'all to had to do what y'all had to do before this legalization, and now to be like, well, shit, I've been doing this for however long I've been doing it, and now I'm profiting off this. I ain't got no scare in the world of the police. I'm a fan of the police. How does that feel for you now?
I mean, for me, it's incredible. That's all it is. It's just incredible. I mean, because I knew it was going to be this way.
Mm.
That's all it is. It just lets me know that everything we worked for, everything we thought about on November 5th, on December 18th, that it was all exactly what we said it was going to be.
Now, how about you? To come from Spalding and how that
Man.
life was to be like, yo,
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, the back what I said before about to be able to walk past the line when
yeah,
it's set up and can't nobody pass that.
but you can.
But I can and my homies can. Like, hey yo, no, let them come through.
said,
And they
"This
gotta
my
respect
section."
that. They gotta
Yeah.
put respect on any name. Like, come on, bro.
Well, listen,
Crazy.
brother, tell people where they can find y'all at. Because listen, I shout out this man. I love everything about their products. They gave me an edible. I'm scared out my fucking life to
Shit,
take
man.
this edible. Because I eat the whole thing. I'm not a micro doser.
That's how I
So
do it.
I don't know what's going to happen to me after this show. But if I end up on Loudypuff with the police, I'm going to scream, "It's loud, dummy." So
that's all we want you to say, man.
what's
Loud,
wrong with just
dummy.
loud, dummy?
We got people take the edibles telling us their ears ringing, whatever that means.
So where can people find y'all, man? Individually, y'all Boys and Girls Club, everything, man. Go ahead.
Are we at the Loudypuff Complex, 701 through 705 South Broadway,
Right.
Allisinian Broadway, Fells Point. We right there. You can't miss us. The big store. It's loud, dummy.
Loudypuff.com. Everything you need is available from the equipment to your nutrients to your membership. $35 a month. You get your grow guide from seed to flower, and you get discounts on products. So we advise everybody to become part of the community, join the membership, and come be part of something great. It's awesome what's going on in Baltimore City, and it's past due. Like, this should have been happening. You know what I mean? Baltimore's own, Baltimore's first, grown, never flown.
And how about you, brother?
So, yep, you can read us at Loudypuff Boys and Girls Club on Instagram and also Loudypuff _ events on Instagram. You can check us out on all those social media networks just to see what's going on and what we got planned. But those are the points of contact you can reach us at.
And before anything else, the woman, the queen that is behind Loudypuff, if you don't come in here and tell people where they can find you at, come on. Yeah, you can come right in the damn camera. Come on. Yeah. It was hell of a space right there, but come on, you come that way too. We got Tippy. Come on, Tippy.
Hey,
Tippy.
All right, look, I can't even get in the damn frame. Like, I'm so damn tall. Okay, shout
Tippy
out.
too damn tall.
Don't stay hitting every month. Shout out to Thick Champagne Poppy. But you can find me Tippy Tall Girl. Just put the tip in if you're a little spicy with it, or comedian Tippy Tall Girl. I got like 5 different pages, so I'm here. I'm proud of them. Shout out to them. So y'all did it.
Appreciate it, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you. We appreciate
Sky's
you.
the limit. Thank you both.
No problem, man. Listen, this has been another lovely episode of the Vibes Podcast, man. If y'all don't see these brothers nowhere else, they might have billboards. They run in the city right now. It's loud, dummy. They are starting something new in the city. Nothing like this has ever been done, and when nothing like this has ever been done, the ceiling is the limit. Anything else is a copy.
Right,
man,
absolutely.
I appreciate y'all. Go ahead, man. You got something to say off your chest?
Man, I was just like to thank you for having us out, man. You know what I mean? Getting our brand out, man. We really appreciate all the support from the community, man. And once again, thanks for having us out.
No problem, man. Listen, I say everything on air. I want to sponsor them. I want to be a brand ambassador. They gave me a shirt. They gave me some weed. They fucking missed the plant, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
We will get you on the get back.
Hey, all
You guys
right.
want to give back?
Oh, can I give a shout out?
Go, please. Anybody you want to shout out? Go ahead, bro.
Well, first of all, I just want to shout out to these brothers right here. Like, I'm telling you, people don't understand. Like, what we have here, you can only happen to wish for once in a lifetime, for real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us had to lose people to fall in the right place to be where we at. So I'm thankful for that. I want to give a shout out to Mark Ross. This gentleman really supported us and gave us some guidance to get us to where we're at. I really appreciate him.
Alex too, man.
Alex Alicani, this gentleman, he really believed in us when everybody else kept telling us no. This gentleman stepped up and gave us the opportunity, gave us that one yes that we needed to put us where we're at. So
Okay.
those are a couple people. I mean,
And Joe from Common Connections.
Joe from Karma Connections. I mean, this guy was the first person to reach out to us and to show up for us. So definitely Joe at Karma Connections. He's right there in Fells Point. We definitely want to give a special shout out to him.
Smoke shop, they got a lot of stuff y'all can get too, from the bongs, smoke
Pipes,
stuff, seeds,
all of that.
Shout out to
definitely wanna
Common
give a special
Connection
shout out
on
to him,
Broadway.
man. He came out
Well,
through
from
for
the
us.
man himself, the brainchild that assembled the Avengers of what we see today, what you want to say to your brothers, man?
Man, listen, I love y'all.
Man, ain't nothing but love.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it took a lot of cojones
Mm-hmm.
to jump out here and make the sacrifices that we made to really get us to where we're going, and the sky's the limit. We're nowhere near where we heading at. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, man, he broke down to me, know his next opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it do get frustrating being an entrepreneur out here, because especially in this line of business, cannabis alone, basically, it get difficult because it's a gray area and a lot of situations. But man, it couldn't have happened between no other people. Like, literally, if any one of us was different, this would not be where it's at.
Well, listen, man, y'all already know it's the family over here, brother. So listen, this has been another lovely episode of the Vibes Podcast, man. We do this every week. And my guy don't have a mic, but I'm going to say this. I'm in another magazine coming up, man. Fifth Baltimore magazine, man. And I would like to say to all the guests, appreciate you for taking a chance on me and letting me show y'all the light that y'all already had. Shout out to JS Media for the studio that you see. He gave me a chance to make my dreams a reality. And shout out to the man that nothing happens without him. Chaz Moody Media, man. Listen, I put this man in position as he has put me in position. This is my guy. None of this is possible without him. And I want that to be known before anything else. And my family member to the right, you. I want to say thank you for always stopping what you're doing, stopping your meals just to come in and make sure this shit happens. I want to say thank you to you. I want to say thank you to all the fans, no matter where you at. It's Loud Dummy, and y'all gonna see this coming very soon.
Right.
When's your next event for people can show up?
Well, the next event gonna be August 14th when we go ahead and jump off the opening of our lounge.
Lounge,
It's gonna be
man.
on a Monday.
Yeah.
I know. It's a Monday. But I mean, why not? What you doing on a Monday?
Ain't doing shit but getting loud, dummy.
Right.
So listen, this has been another episode of the
Could I
Vibes.
say
Please
one
go
thing?
ahead.
Just for everybody, dare to be you. Dare to be yourself. Yo,
Right.
don't let nobody pressure you to be anybody else that you is. I knew this man for about 8 years. It took one conversation, and that led to everything that was going on. It was a very specific conversation, a specific topic that led, like he said from the beginning, like sometimes he don't necessarily listen to everybody's ideas and stuff. Like he might help you get cracking, right? It took one conversation that started a generational business.
Mm-hmm.
Dare to be you. Be yourself, yo. Don't let nobody make it. You don't gotta be no killer. You ain't gotta be in violence. You don't gotta do none of that other stuff, man. Be you.
Be you. And just like that, man, it's been another lovely episode of The Vibes, and you gonna catch me at the next on a Monday. Y'all gonna catch me at the next event, man. I'm gonna bring the team, bring Chaz. We gonna make everything possible. I love y'all brand. So anything I can do to entice this brand, I don't know about the edibles. I'm gonna let y'all know later
Hey,
how
man,
that goes.
definitely.
You already know
And
what's
if my
up, man.
job, listen, I don't do drugs. So listen, man, this has been right. Dad, they sell plants.
We sell
medicinal.
plants,
My
right.
body hurt. This has been another lovely episode of Vibes Podcast, man. Catch us on the next one. And we out of here. Loud, dummy.